Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Real Conspiracy Hippie podcast. Guys, if you haven't seen it, my last episode we did on Sunday morning. Me and Cody, who's back on the show, we talked about voter fraud, voter irregularities, Binford's Law, and we break down what you guys have been hearing about Dominion. Super great episodes. If you haven't listened to it, go fucking listen to it. Why are you listening to the newest one when there's episodes you haven't heard? Unless you just like conspiracies. So I brought Zach back. I did say I was going to have friends on these conspiracy episodes. I only have one friend, so Zach's back. I've gone through the friends. Gone through the friends already. So we are going to talk a little bit. I'm going to do my best to compile these episodes a little bit shorter. I've gotten some feedback because they've been going over an hour. I think it's a little too much for most people's attention span. So I don't blame you guys. I'm going to start breaking conspiracy episodes up into two parts. So Zach will be here this week and next week. We're going to do a two-part episode. Should be pretty fun. I'm going to try to keep the episodes a little bit closer to the 40-minute mark and under, just because it's easier for me to edit and do all that, and then I think more people have enough free time to do it. So that's where I'm at. Zach, you're back on the show. You want to plug any of your stuff?
You know, I'm streaming now, so some might say I'm kind of a good gamer. I game pretty heavily. As a 30-year-old male who's still a big nerd. No, I play some games that I'm pretty good at. So if you're into Twitch or want to follow somebody that's funny and really good at games, follow me on Twitch. It's Floor Skins. Like the word floor, Floor, and then the word skins with two S's. So a little play on words for foreskin, but now it's Floor Skins.
Well, you're circumcised, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, me too.
Glad we got that out of the way.
I don't know. I haven't seen your penis. You're one of the few friends whose penises I haven't seen.
I haven't even seen my penis in a while, so.
Bullshit. I mean, everybody knows you're not good friends until you see them naked.
That's
it's
true.
inevitable. It just happens.
I have a couple friends, Brandon and Rob, that have seen one of my testicles, so.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yep, I sent them a picture.
While we're on the topic of Twitch, my buddy Robert's been streaming for a while. He's pretty popular. Tickle Breakfast as well. So when you're going on there to follow Zach, follow Robert as well. Robert does a few different days during the week, but Friday's a big one for him. He does Warzone, so check him out as well. Tickle Breakfast at Twitch. And then also Floor Skins with Zach. So they do a very different vibe. Zach's big into the mobile life. Robert's more first-person shooters and PvE stuff. So check them both out while you're on there. It literally costs nothing to follow somebody on Twitch. And it's kind of fun, honestly. I mean, TV's done. Like, we aren't getting new. This is the new season time of the year.
Yeah, honestly.
And there ain't shit. There's a couple animated shows, like South Park will still keep going. But, I mean, like...
Yeah, like, think about it. What recent show that has actually been good?
Well, and most of filming gets done in the early part of the year, like around March to April. That's when they finish up filming and they get ready for the winter season. Currently, we aren't going to get that because of the situation. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to jump into this one, guys. So this will be a super good episode.
No, I just want to think about how delayed Game of Thrones would have been if it was still going on. It wouldn't get delayed just because of the weather. Now it's Corona. It would have been 3 years. 3 years before we get a new season of Game of Thrones.
George R.R. Martin would have just done audiobooks and him reading them. And he'd be like, guys, we're not doing the final episodes. I'm going to read you audiobooks. And he'd have been sitting there with his dick out, eating a large pizza, breathing heavy, talking about
and it'd be Little Caesars. Like, it wouldn't even be a good pizza.
God.
It would just be Little Caesars.
I worked for a Fortune 100 company. Scratch that. Fortune 50 company owned by Berkshire and Hathaway. So did Zach, too.
Little Caesars?
Every pizza party, it was Little Caesars. Occasionally, they'd hook us up with Papa John's, but I shit you not.
And we
had hot dogs at the park one year. Our Christmas party was hot dogs at the fucking park.
This is true. A Fortune 50 company. We had hot dogs at a city park.
Yeah. Fortune 50, Berkshire and Hathaway, owned by Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world.
We didn't even get dilly bars.
Then my favorite was we got coupons one time to go to Dickie's Barbecue, and they made us use our coupons to get food for the Christmas party. I think that was after you left. All right, jumping into it, guys. This is going to be a super fun episode. Back on my conspiracy theory bullshit. Again, these are the lighter episodes. We're going to take it up a notch. We did Mandela Effect. Very fun. I got good feedback on that. We're taking it up a notch here. So we're going to talk about HAARP. HAARP. And I'm not talking about those things you see people play in like videos. I'm talking about high frequency active auroral research program. Say it with me, Zach. High Frequency Active Aurora Research Program. God, that
was close.
That instilled some confidence in me.
Yeah, I got it.
And you said, what the fuck is that? So what is HAARP? Well, let me read you the most convoluted introduction you'll ever see for anything in your life.
Just absolute word vomit.
It is, straight off of Wikipedia, and I'm going to break it down for you guys as well. The High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP, was initiated as an ionospheric research program jointly funded by the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Navy, the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, which you've probably heard before. It was designed and built by BAE Advanced Technologies. Its original purpose was to analyze the ionosphere and investigate the potential for developing ionospheric enhancement technology for radio communications and surveillance. As a university-owned facility, HAARP is a high-powered, high-frequency transmitter used for the study of the ionosphere. That's a lot of words. Did you understand anything?
I'm not even positive the ionosphere is a real word. The only one I know is the stratosphere, okay? Because that's the only one that matters.
The ionosphere is past the stratosphere, from what I understand. I might be wrong.
So we're just talking about space now.
Well, we're talking about the level between the last little bit of Earth and space. So the furthest level possible before you're technically... Because once you get to
past
space...
the ozone or no?
Yeah, well, I believe it's under the ozone. I am not a scientist, so don't...
I'm just confusing myself now.
Don't worry about it. Basically, ionosphere is as far as we can go before you're in the deep voids of space. And not much happens up there other than weather and a few other little bullshit. So that's kind of where, like, you'll see rain clouds start to form is in the ionosphere.
Cumulonimbus.
What?
Clouds.
Oh.
Cumulonimbus clouds.
How many names of clouds are there?
I know that one.
Well, name another.
I don't know any other ones.
I knew it was Nimbus. I didn't know it had a pre-name.
Well, that must be another one. So now that we know two.
Okay.
Cumulonimbus
Maybe
and
you
Nimbus.
guys know more clouds than me. Again, I'm not a fucking scientist. I barely graduated high school with a clean 2.8 GPA. So
the cleanest 2.8 you'd ever see.
Yeah. I mean, it was as clean as Hunter Biden's laptop.
Super clean.
They cleaned that shit out. Anyways, I'll break that down for you guys in the best way that I can. I had to do like 45 minutes of research to truly understand what the intentions of HAARP are for. HAARP is essentially designed to monitor the radio waves of nature. So it'll look at like lightning storms, it'll look at like thunderstorms, hurricanes and stuff like that, and can monitor radio waves for predictive purposes, essentially. Also, it's used for intelligence. So it's very hard to transfer radio waves from very, very far frequencies, especially during storms and stuff. So a big function of this is to aid in advancement of technology so we can use radio stuff. That's why you'll see a lot of Navy. That's why the U.S. Navy and the U.S. Air Force were big backers on this because it did allow them to, kind of advance their technologies in radio as well. However, people thoroughly believe, and I mean a lot of people, including partially myself, believe that HAARP was used and designed to not only create and control weather, but to unleash natural disasters upon people. So, the reason a lot of people believe this is because there's a lot of weird shit around it. It's a giant fucking base in the middle of nowhere in Fairbanks, Alaska. It's hundreds and hundreds of acres. Look at pictures of HAARP, and it's just thousands of fucking light poles that just stand up, and they go up extremely high, and they shoot out radio waves, apparently. Okay, if you saw that just driving down the road, wouldn't you be kind of freaked out?
We should make a Facebook, storm that place. They can't
Storm
stop us
HAARP?
all.
Well,
right?
There would be no one to stop us.
So there's nobody there.
Well, I'll explain why. So,
let's just do this. I'm going there tomorrow.
Okay, it's in Fairbanks. You can go to.
Okay.
Maybe some of you have been to HAARP. I don't know. You can see it. You can just go up and look at it. They used to be extremely secretive about it. Now that it's no longer owned by the military, and I'll explain that, it's not that secretive anymore. So, a big thing is on the timeline of HAARP. 1993, they started building HAARP. It had like a $2.5 billion budget that they exceeded by 300%, which is the craziest shit. It was
that's a lot.
Yeah, and they started this in 1993. They had the plans done. I don't even know how many months of preparation were prior to 1993, but they had the plans done, and they blew their budget by a fucking shit ton.
I wonder how much money that would be today. We're gonna find out.
Well, just put this in theory. The Las Vegas Stadium for the Raiders is a $2.6 billion budget. And look how little that got them. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but think compared to what HAARP looks like, and seriously, Google this shit before you go any further. It's actually, let me just bring up a picture of it. I've got it on my phone. I'm going to see if I can. Okay. This is essentially what it looks like. It's a giant fucking base in the middle of nowhere. That would freak people out, right? Like, that whole field is hundreds of acres of just like these poles that shoot radio waves. I don't know. If somebody sciencey sees this, I'm gonna get shit talked for the rest of my career. What are you doing? A calculator over there?
I'm doing something. I see a lot of zeros. That's what I see a lot of. I'm pretty sure that's 2.5 bill, right?
Yeah, that would be.
That's 4.5 bill now. That's
Jesus
a lot.
Christ.
That's a lot of money.
That was the original budget, though, so they blew that by 3 times. $12 billion roughly in today's cash.
Jesus.
I'm not 100% on the numbers, but I know it was because no one really knows. It's all they put numbers out there, but they've come back and be like, well, we spent a little more than we thought we would. And it's the government. We have, I mean, keep in mind, we have the world's largest Air Force. We have the world's largest Navy. We have the second world's largest Navy, which is the U.S. Coast Guard. We have the third world's largest Navy, which is the U.S.
Navy.
Air Force.
The Raccoon Navy, don't forget about that.
Yeah, there is a lot of trash in the ocean.
Hear me out.
Okay?
Yeah.
Raccoons love trash. We deploy them to the ocean.
Put them on
eat
boats.
the trash.
Yep. Raccoon Navy, baby.
Raccoon Navy works. We give them little swords.
Yep.
I think enough raccoons could invade shitty countries. Like if we took 5,000 raccoons, we could easily invade like small, like Sweden. I don't think they'd be prepared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Sweden's big. Let's think about like a smaller one. I was thinking like somewhere in Africa, like Uganda.
Nah, but they would beat the shit out of them. They're tough people. I mean, they have lived through the worst monstrosities nature.
I mean, we could do Australia. They lost to emus.
They did. If you didn't know about that, the Great Emu War in Australia.
Like 1943 or something, some farmers literally went to war with emus, and they lost a war to emus.
At one point, the military came in, and
they
actually, they had the leading military general set up a plan. So the emus would flock in every like so many days, and they would flock into where the crops started to grow. And they would come by the hundreds, and they would start picking apart the crops. And you couldn't stop them because at the time, they didn't have good enough guns. They set up a full assault rifle, belt-fed machine gun. And when the emus came, they blocked them off and started shooting. They didn't plan this out. The emus just went like this around the machine.
The emus outsmarted the Australian military.
The budget was over $1 million they spent on the war, and eventually they just gave up and they relocated farms. Look at the Emu War of Australia. It's the funniest shit. It's amazing. Back on to the HAARP timeline here. 1993, they start work on HAARP. So that's a pretty long time ago, almost 20 years ago, right?
27.
20. Oh, God. What year is it? Is it 2010?
No, it's 20.
Okay, sure.
Here we go.
2007, they finish. They did not fucking finish this until 2007. That is insanity. 14 years on this project. Crazy. And that's what a lot of people got skeptical about, is that they blew their budget by a ton of money, and then it took them 14 years to do this. And I think they originally expecting a like 5 or 6 year production. So that they didn't think it'd be much. 2014, HAARP shuts down. So the years leading from HAARP's startup to when HAARP shut down was only a 7-year period. During that 7-year period, people like Jesse Ventura tried to sneak into the program. Tons and tons of Alaskans tried to sneak in. There's videos all over YouTube if you type in HAARP and people like try to get in, and it's because it was insane. It was this giant fucking monstrosity in the middle of nowhere. And if you live in Alaska, other than banging bears on the side of the street, I don't know what else you do.
Yeah, I'm not even positive Alaska's real.
Yeah, Alaska and Wyoming seem to be fake.
It's really close to Canada, and we all know Canada's fake. So
Canada's America's hat.
I would assume that Alaska is also fake.
Yeah, Drake's also fake because Canada's fake. So, anyways, that is like a big situation. Is that it took 14 years to build it and 7 years for it to be done. Every year it existed, it was like a multi-million-dollar, or I think it's $5 million a month is what they spent to maintain
Jesus.
HAARP. So, at some point I imagine the technologies wasn't worth it. But during that period, we started to see a lot of things like increase. Like hurricanes got a lot worse. Flooding got a lot worse. We saw
Katrina right around that? No, it was 05.
No, that was prior. But the reason Katrina was bad was because of the levee. That was George Bush's fault. Actually, as far as a hurricane goes, it wasn't that devastating. It just destroyed everything. Yeah. American Pie style. The levee was dry.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all been there before. Just had to force your way in.
Yeah, it was like Ben Shapiro's wife's pussy, dry as fuck.
Just drier than my dryer.
Yeah. But so, God, I almost got sidetracked. You didn't laugh enough at the Ben Shapiro joke. I thought that was
get it. You got to keep a straight face because you got to pretend you're serious.
I am serious. But so anyways, takes a ton of money to keep this shit up and going. And we saw all these fucking natural disasters. We saw the Joplin tornado. We saw Hurricane Sandy, which is like one of the worst we'd ever seen. We saw Haitian earthquakes. We saw a ton of worldwide natural disasters. Now, it doesn't seem that far out of the realm of possibility for a U.S. government to want to be able to capitalize on natural disasters, right? What better way to take a country off the map than to just tsunami them? Like, I know Japan saw that massive tsunami, and a lot of people believe, I don't know what the fuck's clicking over there.
I don't know what it is either. We're probably gonna die soon. Whatever. Just let it fly.
My wall's clicking, so if you guys don't see me anymore, it's because something happened. Yeah. I think there's a boogeyman inside the walls.
It's whatever.
That'd be cool.
It's a possibility.
That'd be super neato, just like a dude living in the walls of my house.
And like talk to you in Morse code. Dude, that'd be dope.
So with everything going on, with all these natural disasters, it sparked a ton of people wanting to go out there. Every time people would go out there, they were met by military professionals telling them, yo, get the fuck out of here. And of course you were. It's a military base. I mean, if you go up to most military bases, they're going to tell you that. So, a lot of speculations. Now, in 2015, because they had been trying for a year to sell it, they actually put it on a public auction. Like, hey, anybody can buy this. It's not sketchy, we promise, but it costs $5 million a month to maintain. I think they did that on purpose. I think they did it to be like, hey, listen, we're not sketchy. Anyone can buy it. You just need $60 million a year, and we're selling it for $2.5 billion. Yeah. So who the fuck other than like Mark Cuban would want to purchase that? Kanye West would, but I don't think he has that level of funds.
I'll tweet at him.
Yeah, this was in 2014.
I'll tweet him now. Is it still for sale?
No, so what happened was in 2015, they gave it to the University of Alaska. Pretty cool. Definitely fake. And students in Alaska go there now, and they use it to
How does one even live in Alaska? That's the real question. It's cold? Like all the time,
No,
right?
I don't think their summers are bad. I don't know.
They're so north.
Because a good friend of mine does fishing in the summer in Alaska, and he said it's not that bad.
I'll look this up.
I don't know enough about Alaska. I've only met like 4 people that live there. I had an ex-girlfriend that lived in Alaska for a while. Yeah, that's that.
There's like Anchorage, right? That's it.
There's Fairbanks, which is where this is. So this is on the outskirts of Fairbanks, which is a big
Allegedly.
city. And then there's Anchorage. Now, majority of Alaska is uninhabitable. If you actually watch any of those shows like Ice Road Truckers
Bear
and all
Grylls.
that bullshit. Yeah, Bear Grylls, for sure. There is not shit out in Alaska. If I offended you, fuck you, because you're probably not from Alaska.
Yeah.
Again, I know 3 people, so I hope this makes it to Alaska. Fun fact, Pitbull did a concert in Kodiak, Alaska at a Walmart. Did you know this?
Mr. Worldwide, baby.
Mr. World fucking Wide. He put on his his internet page, I guess. I don't know. It wasn't. This is before social media was big. And he was like, hey, I'm partnering up with Walmart. I'm going to do a country in one city at a Walmart. And of course, internet trolls, the same people who brought you Bodie McBoatface, were like, Kodiak, Alaska, which is a town of like 300 people.
Yeah.
So Pitbull, being cool as fuck, actually went to Kodiak, Alaska, and did a concert in a Walmart parking lot for 300 people, signed autographs. Like,
dude, I love Pitbull.
People were like, we're going to troll you. He's like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'll go to Kodiak, Alaska.
I'm a multimillionaire. Troll me all you want, boy.
So,
I'd go anywhere.
As of now, the University of Alaska still has HAARP. So it's been 5 years, almost 6 years. They frequent it, and they use it for radio software. They use it for their weather people. I don't know what that degree would be. Meteorology, I guess. Weatherologist.
Yep.
News anchors. I don't know. But that's what they use it for, to study that kind of stuff. This is where you kind of lose me a little bit, especially with a lot of conspiracy theorists, is that it did get sent. It was given to a university. It'd be very hard for me to believe that this was a weapon of, wow, dude.
That was on me. I kicked it. Wow. I'm out. See ya.
Get the fuck off my podcast.
I just kicked the shit out of the table.
It's cool. I kept doing that in the last episode. This is like a rickety ass table I got it on.
We're back.
Back in action. So that's where you kind of lose me. It would seem strange that a weapon of mass destruction was given to a bunch of college kids. I mean, I think that would be hilarious. If you're going to go to college, you should know how to use a weapon of mass destruction instead of just wasting fucking, I don't know,
thousands and thousands of
$48,000 to get a liberal arts degree and go work at fucking, I don't know, Baskin Robbins for 20 years.
Timmy's.
I worked at Starbucks for 5 years, and I had a bunch of people at Starbucks who had master's degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's super fucking neat. You should go do something.
Yeah, like go do something with your life.
I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. If you went to college, cool, good for you.
Congrats.
I just don't want to
hear you yourself.
I don't want to hear you bitch about student debt.
Yep.
So that's where you lose me. I'll leave you guys on that portion of it. I'm going to get into some of the conspiracy stuff on it, and then I'm not going to get too deep. Again, I am condensing these. These are a 2-part episode. Next week, we're going to get into the actual like conspiracy depth of this. I wanted to explain what HAARP is first. But let me read, and this is from Conspiracy Wiki. So those of you who've never used Conspiracy Wiki in my line of work, I use it often because I have to find conspiracies.
My line of work, yeah.
This is what I do for a living now.
Yep.
I make $0.0 doing this, and this is how I live.
That's a net neutral.
That's net gain, right. Actually, I made 3 cents off of Anchor. If you've been listening on Spotify, thank you. I made 3 whole cents this week.
What? That's profit, baby.
Hell yeah, $3. I'm only negative 500 by the time you add my laptop, my microphone.
Those are write-offs that way.
Tax write-offs. Joe Biden going to tell me to go fuck myself.
Yep.
Straight white male making mid-50s?
Yep.
You piece of shit.
You're making 30 now, boy.
I'm kidding. So, this is straight off Conspiracy Wiki. If you've never used it, this is what people who are crazy fucking lunatics use. And it's all, like, presented in a way that it looks real. So if you find yourself on Conspiracy Wiki, be careful because this is just where lunatics go to jerk off and congratulate. Congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're on it.
That was not planned.
Nope.
Mind control. HAARP has developed the ability to mind control or mood control the population in entire regions. Certain extremely low frequency, 6 to 11 hertz waves can cause a person to feel good or depressed and affects its behavior. People in Fairbanks were very skeptical of HAARP, and they did talk about how the overall mood of the town, some days, especially when HAARP was in high functioning, because they would be notified, they felt very depressed. Now, again, it could be your mind playing tricks on you, but it is science that low hertz and low frequencies can make you feel different. That's why in horror movies, you know when you hear like the kind of boom in the background, that's meant to instill panic. That noise actually tricks your brain to feeling more scared. So there's a whole science behind like sound frequencies and how that shit works.
So it's not because they had all them teeth and no toothbrush. It's just because of the sound frequency, right?
What?
Yeah, they have all those teeth but no toothbrush. That's why they're depressed.
Is that a term people use?
Yeah. You never heard from the Waterboy?
Oh, that Adam Sandler movie?
Yes. You never... Oh, my God.
I saw it when I was like 3 when that movie came out.
I was like 35 when it came out.
Adam Sandler hasn't been funny in about ever.
What?
He's just
Come on.
Hubie's Halloween was good.
Daddy.
I will
Get
say
outta here.
Hubie's Halloween was good.
Big Daddy's good. Billy Madison, the classics.
Was it Mr. Deeds?
Mr.
The
Deeds
one
is
that
pretty
one's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Where like that girl gives him her backstory, and it's just like she's like me and Boo Radley. It's just from that one fucking book.
Yeah. It's so good.
So, anyways, people do genuinely believe HAARP can control their mind, and that's originally what people's big conspiracy was, is that they thought that it would be used to control brainwaves and stuff like that. A little far-fetched, but it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility that a giant thing that produces radio waves into the ionosphere could affect close-by areas negatively or positively. The same way you walk into Disneyland and it smells like vanilla, and you're just instantly fucking torqued because of all the Disney
just
princesses.
fully torqued.
Let me tell you, last time I was there, I saw Ariel. Dude, I was hard for 4.5 days. I was in line ready to get my picture taken with her, and like people,
you had to just stand there like this.
People knew what I was doing. They're like, this piece of shit. I'm all excited.
Fucking turd bag.
Bad Fishes is the only thing I like.
I hate you. I hate everything about you.
I don't have any friends. Weather control. We talked about this. A big thing is people believe it affected like hurricanes and affected stuff like that as well. HAARP has developed the ability to manipulate the weather. HAARP can cause natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, and thunderstorms, and has already done this in Haiti and Japan. So I mentioned the Haiti earthquakes. I mentioned the Japan tsunamis. There are people that genuinely believe this was caused by HAARP. Now, why we'd want to destroy Haiti, that seems super fucked up to me.
Yeah, it seems sus. Like, what was the
Haiti
what would be
is
the plus
so
to that?
sad as it is. Like, if you ever watch anything, Anthony Bourdain, No
R.I.P.
Reservations, R.I.P.
Rest in
He
pussy.
does a bit in Haiti, and it's fucking sad, man. Like, when you see what those people live their lives like. So I don't necessarily think we would have ever destroyed Haiti. That would be pretty fucked up. However, I could definitely see us blasting. I mean, we've already given, Japan and China
The
work.
1-2.
Yeah.
The 1-2 uppercut.
We have given them the work before, so
We've given them the gadzooks.
But also, if we were going to test, like, the destruction of this, what better way than to just say fuck you to our enemies? I guess. I don't know. Whether you believe it or not, I don't know if radio frequencies, I need a real science person to tell me this, could affect weather in that level. I don't think it could cause a tsunami, but it definitely could cause like a thunderstorm, which would be super funny to make parts of the world just live in thunderstorms. You guys see Wuhan's been raining for 585 days.
Yeah, give
Wuhan.
Give California some water. I heard they need some.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Well, they have water. We need water.
They have water?
Yeah,
They
have
got all
water.
those fires.
Well,
What's the water for then?
I mean, they're close to water.
Well, then take the water from the ocean.
I don't know.
Stupid.
I don't know how that works. I'm not a firefighter.
They got simple problems with simple solutions. Take the water from the ocean.
Here's the simple
put it on
solution.
the fires.
Clean up your fucking forest. You guys get
that.
billions of dollars in taxpayer money
Yep,
every year.
stupids.
Take that money and go into the forest, do control burns, pay park management to go in and make sure there's not
Dummies.
thousands of acres of dead fucking brush that would burn your city to the ground. California doesn't want to help themselves, so I don't give a shit. I feel horrible for people that live there. I feel horrible for businesses that get destroyed.
Nope.
However, if you have a brain, you're leaving California because it seems like everyone's coming here to Arizona. Two, if you have a brain, you realize that California doesn't care about their fucking people. It's one of the worst states in regards to caring about their own citizens. That's why they legalized weed first, because they're like, if everyone's stoned, nobody will leave.
No one will even know.
Yeah. Part 3 on this. Earthquakes. HAARP has the capability to cause earthquakes at practically any point on Earth. HAARP manipulates the ionosphere and consequently modifies the magnetosphere. The magnetosphere is vital to the stability of tectonic plates that float on the surface of Earth. That is essentially how that would work, right? Tectonic plates shift, and that causes an earthquake. However, do I think a 500-acre lot in Fairbanks, Alaska could cause a giant earthquake? Yeah, absolutely. I don't see why that couldn't.
So it's like a somewhat semi-smart person. Like, realistically thinking about that, I could see them being able to cause an earthquake easier than I can see them being able to cause, like, a tsunami.
Yes,
right?
I definitely
still
agree.
Need some type of water.
Well,
like, it's got to be in the clouds somewhere, I think.
Tsunami is
right?
a mixture of numerous things.
And like thunderstorms, too.
A tsunami is a lot of shit that goes into it. It's a windstorm, essentially, that crashes into the water.
Okay.
It has a partial earthquake as well that starts to split the water around. It's like it's a clusterfuck.
So it's like the Avatar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got to be a
So
fucking
it's just
Avatar. You have to air bend. You've got a water bend. You've got an earth bend.
So we've cracked the code of tsunamis. It's just Aang.
It's just Aang jerking it.
Yep.
He saw,
Don't say it. Just move on.
He saw Zuko bend over. He's all.
I tried.
Listen, the sexiest person on Avatar is Zuko's grandfather.
Uncle Iroh?
Yeah.
That's his uncle, not his grandfather.
No.
But Uncle Iroh is dope.
Watch the show.
Yeah, you did. He's a lion-ass boy.
I liked Avatar The Last Airbender more than Avatar the fucking movie.
I did too. Oh, well, what? Of course.
I don't know.
The movie was awful. And M. Night Shyamalan is legit my favorite director, or whatever his role is. I don't know what he does. But I love M. Night Shyamalan. But if I saw him, I'd backhand the shit out of that boy for The Last Avatar. What a piece of garbage.
Okay, I don't understand how M. Night Shyamalan has been so revered as this badass director. Elevator, hot fucking garbage. The Village, hot fucking garbage.
I didn't mind The Village.
What? You liked The Village?
No, I didn't say I liked it. I didn't mind it.
Dick Rider. Did you like Elevator?
I don't even know what that is. So no.
Exactly. There you go.
But Signs? That was a good one.
That's what got him big. People
and
were
you ever heard of Sixth Sense, bud?
That was Bruce Willis who did everything. All right, Bruce Willis made. Okay,
it was that little Haley Joel Osment kid. He did everything.
You have to do.
I don't know. Is that how they sound?
I don't know. That was Yoda. I don't know. Who?
The little old lady in Sixth Sense.
Who the fuck's the old lady?
Well, I don't know. She's like
the kid.
Yeah.
That's a dude.
Oh, that's a guy.
Child.
I thought that was a chick the whole time.
Oh my god.
You're sure that's not an old lady?
That is a child.
I think that's an old lady. How does HAARP work? Again, this is from Conspiracy Wiki. I just explained how HAARP actually works, so let's see what these guys have.
Yeah.
HAARP consists of a field of antennas on the ground in southeast Alaska, linked together to operate as one enormous antennae. There are 360 antennas, each producing 10,000 watts. When put all together, it's 3.6 million watts collectively.
That's a lot of watts.
I don't know enough about antenna or watts.
What can watts do?
Cause earthquakes.
What can JJ Watt do?
Nothing at this point. When HAARP is fired up, the radio waves are broadcasted straight up or straight down. Powerful waves into the ionosphere shoot forward, the uppermost part of the atmosphere. During this process, the radio waves heat the atmosphere, creating irregularities that allow the ionosphere to bounce powerful radio signals back to Earth. When aimed down, these powerful waves shoot into Earth, hitting fault lines that could cause violent earthquakes. I don't know. That's what these people believe. Again, it's Conspiracy Wiki.
This one seems a little bit more far-fetched.
HAARP is out there. It wasn't that far-fetched when I first started hearing about HAARP. So in 2009, I was super into like Jesse Ventura's work. I was
dudes.
Yeah, well, no, not dudes.
Yet? Not dudes yet?
My parents see this occasionally. I think I make too many gay jokes, and like they don't. Boomer humor doesn't understand.
Yeah, Boomer doesn't get it. They also don't get like suicide jokes either, which is that's my sweet spot, you know.
Yeah, like it's super dark for them. I made a joke about like them forcing us to live in the Cardinal Stadium, and my mom was like, "You're getting too deep in the conspiracies." I'm like, "Mom, I'm fucking around," but I'm serious. When the second lockdown hits and we all run out of money, we're gonna have to live at the Cardinal Stadium.
Lockdown.
Yeah.
I'm not locking down anywhere.
Yeah, you guys know we don't have to lock down, right? Like you know that we don't have to cancel Thanksgiving.
Yeah, just do what you want.
You know, no police officer's gonna enforce this. They're coming out and telling them like we're not enforcing this bullshit. So yeah, don't lock down or do that. I mean, if you want to, cool, but like if you have a business or if you want to go see your fucking family on Thanksgiving, I don't think you should let Como's bitch fucking ass tell you, and I definitely don't think you should let anybody in the administration who's let this catastrophe reach the point that it has tell you how to live your life.
You know what you should do? We should just like set up like a UFC, but for governors. Dude, that'd be fucking dope.
I would put a lot of money on the governor of South Dakota, that one chick.
Dude, he'd be banging.
No, she's a chick, and she'd beat the shit out of me.
I do the North Dakota one, the dead one, right? He's the dead one.
Yes.
He can't die.
Well, he was their Senate seat.
Well, put him in there too. Fuck it.
Yeah, North Dakota voted for a guy in the Senate.
I mean, I vote for Harambe every year.
He's been dead since like mid-February. Somehow he still made it on the ballot, and he got the vote, and they're like, he's dead. That happened in Nevada when Trump won in 2016 as well. But the reason why the North Dakota one's so much worse is because in Nevada, the guy died like a week before the election.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, oh, okay. It would have been.
It's not any worse than D's nuts getting 9% of the vote.
I still love that. Or Harambe.
I vote for Harambe.
Harambe has gotten votes consistently.
Oh, that's me.
So I want Harambe's. I want them to cremate him and make him the governor of Cincinnati.
I want them to get his DNA.
And I want them to take the kid that caused him to be dead, and I want them to chain them to his fucking coffin.
You're gonna chill out.
So he has to carry it around everywhere, and the kid just has to wear a Harambe mask, and he's not allowed to have an identity anymore. He just has to speak for Harambe.
Can I fight him yet? He's like 7, right?
I don't know. He should be. He's getting older.
The legal age to fight a child is 5. So just so we all know, if you need lawyer advice, text me. I'll let you know. You can legally fight a child at 9.
Well,
5.
They won't remember. Tell a child anything too. While it is frowned upon, you can swear at children. You can tell them to fuck the fuck off. You can do whatever you want. It's just frowned upon.
I agree.
I don't know. But anyways, when that kid turns 18, he probably will have a world of hurt. I know they protected the family for a while, and they've
Dude, fuck, you know what? Fuck that family, too. The whole family. Even if they weren't there, your cousins, your second cousins.
The uncle, the third estranged, twice divorced uncle.
Fuck you, you pieces of shit.
You married into that family?
Who lets their kid fall into a pit?
White trash.
They make leashes for a reason.
If you live in Ohio, you are one of one things.
Trash.
White fucking trash. I can assure you this.
Trash.
And that's who was there. I can't watch my kid. I'm waiting on my government check for my
crack.
Yeah. Anyways,
you know what? I'm fighting Ohio.
Enough about Ohio. So that's everything that I have on HAARP in the very beginning. I will leave you with this. Jesse Ventura talked a lot about HAARP. He actually went to the facilities back in 2010. If you don't know who Jesse Ventura is, he was a professional wrestler who was the governor.
Turned politician.
Yeah, he was a governor, a whack job conspiracy theorist. I love Jesse Ventura. He was actually a very, very big reason why I got into this kind of stuff. Him and Alex Jones broke into a few government locations. He had a show on True TV back when we were allowed to have freedom of speech. And it got 3 seasons, and they did some very dark conspiracies. Like, they got into, like, the mass coffins and stuff. Very fun shit. And it's, like, almost impossible to find most of the stuff now. You can see some of it on YouTube still, but, yeah, back when we were allowed to have free speech, Jesse Ventura was very popular. While he has not been deplatformed, he got in a bar fight with some guy about like astronauts or some shit like that.
Didn't he go to jail?
Yeah, he beat the shit out of the dude, and then
He's a giant. He's like 6'5".
He's a he was a 7-footer in wrestling.
Oh,
so that means he's at least 6'8".
Oh.
Yeah, if you're like 6'8" and up, you're a 7-footer. Now that's with your clothing.
Show 7 feet.
He's 6'8" or 9".
What?
Now that's with clothing.
My life has changed.
They consider it with your clothing. So I think Jesse Ventura is only like 6'6", but with the fucking boots and everything, he was like 6'8", so they call him like 7-footers.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I still watch wrestling sometimes. It's funny as shit. I love it. Anyways, he was one of the first people that really started covering HAARP. After he got in that bar fight, he was arrested. He was basically discredited, and he's just been written off as a wackadoo. He still does some cool stuff. You should still follow him on Twitter, Instagram. He's a funny guy. He has some pretty insightful stuff. I'm going to keep talking about HAARP next week. We will get into part 2 of it. I'm going to break down what these conspiracy theories are. Again, I'm trying to condense these episodes to keep them 40 minutes and under. So this is just a breakdown of HAARP. It is a high-frequency satellite that it can be used to apparently control the weather, cause earthquakes, cause mind control, stuff like that. So I'm going to further dig in with it. Grab my notes here. Part 2, we're going to cover the Joplin tornado in 2011. A lot of people believe that was caused by HAARP. Same year, in 2011, mysterious clouds appeared over Myrtle Beach in the middle of summer when they've never, ever had, like, cloudy days, and they would not leave. And a lot of people said, like, the feeling in Myrtle Beach was very strange for a couple weeks. It's very funny, very interesting. It's very interesting. It's the same year. A lot of these are from 2011. And I'm going to dig into Hurricane Sandy a little bit, explain what was so devastating about it and what these people really believe HAARP had an influence on. Again, just because it could be used to create a hurricane, a lot of these people think it could be used to enhance one. I think it would be much easier if one was starting, you could see it because we have that technology to boost radio waves, do whatever they have to do in the fucking ionosphere, and
the Janis Joplin tornado.
Yes, the Janis Joplin
tornado. Just blared Janis Joplin as it rode through the cities. Dude, that'd be dope.
That would be the worst. Imagine a Creed tornado. Where do you take me?
I would willingly jump into that tornado.
It's so windy.
It's so loud, and they're screaming. He is the tornado.
He's just in it. Where do you take me?
You wouldn't even have to pay me to go there. I would just be there. Yep, I would just be there. Everyone knows Creed's the greatest band of all time. True.
No.
That's science. Ever heard of it? Idiots.
All right, well, let's wrap it up. Zach, you got any comments on HAARP?
Nope. Creed.
Okay, you like Creed?
Yep.
Zach will be here next week for part 2.
I'm going to bring a Creed shirt. I'm going to buy a Creed shirt this weekend.
I got my Reagan I Smell Hippie shirt on.
I've got one that says, "Get in, loser, we're doing butt stuff."
I didn't even see. I hate you.
I like it.
Oh, you got to imagine anal probing from an alien is just the sexiest way to go.
Dude,
like, I would be not opposed to being pegged by an alien, but being anally probed by an alien?
A little bit.
Yeah. Just because it probably leaves like a lasting chip in you forever.
But would you remember it, though? That's the thing.
I don't know. Your butt would. It should be stretched out harder than Chipotle shit. All right. On that note, like and subscribe, guys. I can't stress this enough. I only have one friend, and
I only created 58 separate accounts to follow this fool.
Yeah. Seriously, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I know a lot of you guys watch this. It's super cool. While you're on there, click that fucking subscribe button. If you don't have an account, you just sign in with your Gmail. It just makes an account for you. And click that subscribe button.
Sign in with your AOL.com, okay?
Yeah, AOL. I'm on AOL Messenger, all right? I'm sending dick pics
mail.
On AOL. If you
your
subscribe,
age, sex, location?
I talked about doing butthole pics for people that subscribed. That didn't go over well with our PR
so
team.
Feet pics.
Stickers.
okay.
Stickers was the better option according to
Butthole
my
stickers?
PR. Nope, just stickers.
Just stickers.
I'm not taking stickers of my butthole. That would be a trip. So if you subscribe and you send it to me on my Instagram or on my Twitter or fucking text me, I don't know, whatever, a picture that you've subscribed to my YouTube, I will mail you a sticker.
Of a butthole.
No, it's just of my logo. But for the first 100 people, you'll get a second sticker as well, and that's a surprise sticker. That could be the butthole sticker. Okay,
there it is. I knew there was a butthole sticker.
There could be a butthole sticker involved. So seriously, like and subscribe. Send me that shit. I am also now on Spotify. I'm on Anchor FM. I'm on Google Podcast. I'm on
OnlyFans.
Yeah, I've heard that the river trolls who still use fucking Androids are...
People use Androids?
Yeah, people still use Androids, and the river trolls that do, I'm on Google Podcasts because they don't have Apple Podcasts. I'm not on Apple Podcasts. They haven't approved my shit yet. They're still like, ew, we're reviewing this fucking idiot.
This kid's an idiot.
I'm on like Breaker.com. I'm on a fucking ton of websites.
E-Bombs World.
Yeah, if you listen to me on like Spotify and stuff, it's audio only. It's cool. You also hear me do advertisements, which is super funny. Like
you have to do.
They make you do
Shut
through
up.
Anchor. They make you do an ad. You've never heard it?
No.
You don't watch my shit?
I watch it. I don't listen to it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people told me they want it on.
I am the shit.
Here's my favorite thing. I did a fucking poll on my Instagram and said, "Who wants audio only?" And like 130 people voted yes. Let me tell you, how many people listen to my Spotify post from Sunday. 3 fucking people. I'm like, what? Did you guys not want it? You want to see my pretty face? Yeah. I get it. That's all I've got. So again, like and subscribe. You'll get a sticker. Zach, plug anything you want.
Butts. No, again on Twitch, Floor Skins. Remember that. It's funny. It's reminiscent of foreskins. Floor Skins. There you go.
Are you wearing your butt plug that I got you?
Nope.
We and Zach have BFF butt plugs. Yep. I'm wearing
It's mine. Like the Mario Ratatouille thing.
What?
Like the Mario raccoon thing. But he's Ratatouille. You know, when he gets the little butt thing?
What is...
Macadamians.
No, there is a name.
I know there's a name. I don't know what it is.
Is it?
Don't say that word.
It's Takuni or something like that. It's something funny. I don't know. Mario when he's in a raccoon form. Tanuki. That's what it is. Tanuki Mario. Yeah, that's what our butt plugs look like.
It's pretty cool.
So catch us on OnlyFans / Zach and Tanner hang out. I got a new sketch coming up Friday. It'll be pretty funny. I'm going to try to do a sketch every week. I got a ton of good feedback on that Kanye West one I did, which was super fucking funny.
Yeah.
So I'll try to throw a sketch up every Friday for you guys. Some weeks it'll be less funny than others because I'm only funny 30% of the time. And then Saturday, it might show up Sunday. I don't know. I'll film when I have time this weekend. It'll be just me, and I'm going to be doing the Hunter Biden laptop. So I've been talking about this for weeks now. I've compiled the information. It's a non-biased opinion on it. I don't give a shit.
We were able to find enough cocaine.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We got it. We had to
me
go to Oregon,
and Malia and Hunter are all going to party. Hunter Biden will be on the podcast. Not physically, but in spirit. So I've been talking about for weeks, compiling this information, talking about it. Here it is. It'll be here Saturday. Probably won't be that funny of an episode because it's going to be me ranting for about 45 minutes, but it's super informative. Again, if you haven't seen my last episode, check it out. That's all I got. Part 2. Stay tuned. We'll have this one out next Wednesday, and we'll get into the real fun conspiracies of HAARP now that you guys know about it.
Peace out.
All right, that's all I got. Let's go Chipotle.
Okay.
All right, deuces.